going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome back to another episode of On the Topic Of. For those that have never heard of this series, this is pretty much something I do every Friday where I go over a big piece of video game news, give my 2 cents on it, and keep you guys informed along the way. And today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty, specifically the fact that Black Ops 4 is rumored to have no campaign, or at least focus almost entirely on multiplayer zombies and a potential Battle Royale mode. As I said, this has been all but confirmed thanks to sources that are very close to Charlie Intel, pretty much the leader in Call of Duty news, and on top of that, other sources around the internet as well. They have said that this is pretty much what's going to be happening this year. So, this is pretty much just a sign of the times, in my opinion. You know, whenever you look at it, you see games like Fortnite and PUBG rising to the occasion, rising to be these giant Goliath gaming franchises. And so whenever you take that into consideration as a game developer or as a publisher, you see this and you think, why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we capitalizing on this big trend that's happening in the industry right now? So you take away the focus on the single player campaign, which to be honest was a large part of, but not necessarily the focus of, a Call of Duty game, and you put those teams on a Battle Royale mode, and therefore you could actually have a pretty big turnaround that could refocus Call of Duty in a different direction away from single player, but it could be better for you in the long run. Although I understand where developers and publishers are coming from, it's still disappointing to me to hear that single player is likely not going to be a big part of Black Ops going forward, just because I know where the franchise came from originally. So, I mean, back in the day you had Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, characters like Ghost, Soap, McTavish. These are all iconic faces. Woods from the Black Ops series, I couldn't imagine not having that as a character in my mind associated with Call of Duty. And so the next generation of gamers that's coming up and first now, you know, getting their first hands-on experience with Call of Duty, they aren't going to have the chance to replicate this kind of experience. There aren't going to be brand new characters introduced. There aren't going to be brand new epic stories that are brought to the table. However, those single-player campaigns are going to manifest themselves in smaller games and more niche franchises. Although it could be considered a AAA franchise, God of War is a fantastic example of how single-player campaigns are not dead and in fact thriving. So you have a game like Fortnite shifting the public's perspective of where games are going. You have a game like Call of Duty adopting that new perspective, but then you have God of War getting 10 out of 10 essentially across the board because it is a fantastic single-player story-based experience. There are no multiplayer mechanics. There are no DLC packs that are coming out to my knowledge. There is no form of a microtransaction within the game. It's all just a really solid single-player experience that is really speaking to fans. And so, that proves in my mind that the future isn't based on these multiplayer experiences riddled with skins and microtransactions, but rather it's just going to be that combined with other, you know, franchises, other series, other forms of entertainment that take that single-player approach like we know from back in the day. As I said, it's disappointing to see that Call of Duty is getting away from those iconic single-player driven experiences, but I understand where they're coming from. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and if you like this video, please do click that like button down below. And on top of that, if you happen to be new to the channel, I do upload new stuff throughout the week, as well as host a live morning show every morning at 7 a.m. right here, going over the hottest video game news of the day that you need to know. But as for right now, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I will talk to you soon. Peace.